welcome back to my channel. It's still me, your girl Obioma Okoli, aka Lily Roxy 86. So I'm here with another episode today. So this is the last topic on the 5 series, the things we'll be talking about on the things that affect your marriage. So today we're going to talk about how where you stay, either in Africa or in the Western world, how it kinds of affects your relationship and your marriage. So we're gonna talk about these two places I've mentioned, just Africa and Western world. So before we dive into it, my subscribers, how are you all doing? I hope you guys are having a wonderful time. Thank you guys for always coming to join me. Guys, I really do appreciate all your efforts to make sure that we grow to our permanent site. Thank you for all the likes, thanks for all the shares, thanks for the comments, thanks for everything you guys have been doing for this channel. I appreciate you all. For the newbies, for those that are just joining us newly, just relax, hang on. You guys are going to have lots of fun, believe me. You're not going to regret joining this family. And for those of you that are seeing this face for the first time, what are you waiting for to join this family? Go ahead and click on your subscribe button. Go ahead and click on that notification button so you get more videos from me. And guys, don't forget to give us the suggestion so we'll continue to bring more episodes to you. So today, back to our topic, we're going to be talking about how your environment kind of influences your marriage. So first of all, you will have people that are married in Africa and we'll have people that are married in the Western world. So how does your environment influence your marriage if you're the kind of person that lives in Africa? You know, in Africa, naturally, there's a way that things work. In Africa, naturally, every man leaves the house in the morning to go get some work done, just to come back home, the food is ready. The wife offers the food, he eats, and he goes to bed. So the ideal thinking is that the man goes out to hustle for money and the wife keeps the home. Now, education sets in, and now women are working, women are more independent. Even in Africa, even in the Western world. But even at that, women still know, there's still this perception that it is the job of a woman to make sure that there's food on the table. It does not mean that there are not men, there are no men that support their wife. But a lot of men still support their wife with a lot of things. But that is the perception of an African woman. So she's meant to prepare food for the husband when the husband gets back from work and eat and go to bed. She's meant to keep her home. She's meant to be the pillar of our home, right? So, and because the man leaves the home every day to get money and to get money for food and money for everything, naturally the woman is submissive to the husband. Why? Because she gets the protection, the need, the security, everything she needs from the husband. So, it doesn't matter whether she loves the husband or not. For the fact that the husband does all those provisions, she naturally submits to the husband. Some women too, there are some women that are independent. They go to work, they have money. But even though they have money, the husbands are still like, you know what, it don't matter how much you make, I'm going to still take care of the needs of the family because I'm the man of the house, because that's the perception. And because that happens, naturally submission is there. We should be thinking that if you love your spouse, you should be able to submit to your spouse. Your spouse should be able to love you, respect you in return. But if you think of it logically, you'll see that most of the time we submit to men because of what we get from them, because we get the protection. They make us stay under the roof. They make us feel protected. They make us feel secured, and for that we give them submission in return. If it is right or if it is wrong, it is working for families. But that's what works for a lot of people. Coming to the Western world, a lot of women work. Most women even earn more than their husbands. That is where the problem is. That is where the problem of being submissive or not being submissive plays a big role. I used to tell people this. The only time you can say for sure that this woman is very submissive is if she earns more from her husband. If she can do everything on her own, she has all her money. She has everything she wants. It's not like she's getting anything from the husband, but she still submits. That is submission. Submission is not supposed to be conditional. Submission is not supposed to be, I'm going to submit to you because you gave me this, because every month you pay money to my account, so I'm going to, of course, respect you for that. Submission should be, irrespective of the fact that you're penniless right now, I still acknowledge the fact that you are my husband. Submission means that I have everything I need, even though I have a husband. I have money, I can protect myself, I can pay everything I want, but I still regard that, I still know that I have a spouse that I need to be submissive to. The thing is, most times when we're talking about submission, a lot of people get upset. Oh no, you want a wife that is a slave? No. Submission is just, when I read the definition, you just realize that it's just something that happens when you love somebody. It's a normal thing that happens. It's not like there's a particular formula to how to be submissive. It's just a normal thing that happens in a relationship. When there is love. When you love somebody, you respect the person. You always think of the person first before you think of yourself. You always say, oh, anything that happens, whether you're at fault or not, you always want to say you're sorry. You're accountable for your own actions, because you don't want to piss that person off. Submission is not slavery. Submission does not mean that you cannot tell your husband, oh hubby, this thing you said is wrong. Submission only means that you know that you're right, but you want to understand the point where your hubby or your spouse, your wife is coming from. And these things, they happen naturally. It's not something that you have to write down. They happen naturally when you love and understand your spouse. But unfortunately, the kind of submission that happens today is the type that is materialistic. The type that people have to follow because of what they can get in return. Let's take, for instance, things that happen in Diaspora right now. A man is living, let's say for instance, in the United States of America, and he's grown up, he wants to get married to a wife, and then he travels down to Nigeria because why? He feels that the women around him in the United States of America do not have cultural background. So he needs someone that has the values and culture of an African woman. And then he brings up this lady and then sends this same lady to school. And then the lady goes to school, acquires an education, maybe a nurse or social worker, and then she starts to work. And then the money starts to come in. When she was in the process of schooling, when she was in the process of being who she wants to be, she's going to be submissive. Why? Because the man pays the fees, the man feeds her, the man also makes sure she has a roof over her head. The submission is there. Unfortunately, what most women do is immediately they start earning, immediately the money starts coming in. Immediately they start to have a taste of what independence feel like financially. Immediately they start seeing a little bit of power from the financial side. Immediately they start seeing that, oh, I'm earning more than the man. Immediately that submission flees from the marriage. Some women, especially in this diaspora. Now we begin to think, oh, if I'm making more money than him, then of course we should switch roles. Of course, he should be the one taking care of the kids. He should be the one doing the things in the home. Or, he should be this, he should be that. Because now she's thinking, because she's now looking at her bank account and making her decisions. At this time, she has friends that talk to her. She listens to people here and there. And then it becomes a problem to the family. Why is it a problem? Something that was supposed to be good fortune for the family, now it has turned to be a bad fortune. And then unfortunately, because this man knows that this woman is going out of hand, she's no longer the woman he married. But what can he do? If he hears as much as too much, she's going to call the cops and they're going to chase him out of his house, and it becomes a problem, and then he's going to live in this marriage in misery. Some of them ends up ending their own lives or the lives of their spouse. So do I agree when I say that the diaspora actually influences women a lot in marriage, and also men a lot? Yes, it does. Because the Western world gave a lot of power to women. A lot of power. Women, we don't do well with too much power. Believe me, guys. We don't do well with too much power. Just ask yourself, if you've had bosses, a male boss and a female boss, how did it go with a female boss? It's always hectic. That's just it. You know, history has it that women that have been boxers, it's not been easy. Women are not very easy people to deal with. I'm sorry to say that, but that's the truth. We don't deal well with power. When we have power, we tend to, like, you know, over exercise it. It also kind of let me not just focus only on the women, because the thing is, men have to start thinking this. In as much as you want more money to come into your family, you have to realize that sometimes the more money that your woman brings into the house, the more problem that you accumulated. Some women are very humble. It doesn't matter how much money they bring to their house, everything is still the same. Their husband still remains their husband. It doesn't matter. But most women, the more money they bring to the house, the more responsibility they take in the house, the more problem that comes into the house. When a man takes care of the responsibilities, when a man pays all the bills, asks you to use your own money for shopping, naturally everybody is okay. The woman is submissive, there's respect everywhere. The moment this role begins to switch, that's when submission is thrown out of the window. And there's something I noticed. I'm going to talk about men. Something I noticed about men in the diaspora. You guys take a lot of risk. I'm going to talk about an issue. If you have a relationship and you go to marry your wife from Africa and bring her, please end that relationship. I'm saying this because I have a reason why I'm saying this. A lot of persons, you have a relationship right here. You went to Africa and you get your wife here. And you still continue that relationship. And then you're putting your wife in a very, very difficult situation. I agree when I actually say environment kind of influences. Yeah, I'm going to say that it doesn't mean that there is no divorce in Africa. A lot of people still go through divorce. But in Africa, women still have the culture, the values. We still value our spouse more than every other thing. We still value our spouse more than the money we earn. We make our family priority in Africa. It doesn't matter the kind of work, our family is always priority. Here, unfortunately, work is always priority. Money is always priority. Because why? Everybody here is thinking about bills to pay. And again, another big problem here in Diaspora is the social life. Okay, social life is actually lacking. And now there's COVID, there's lockdown, making it like double of the isolation that people face in this Western world. Isolation, the isolation already can make people to go depressed, can make people to go gaga even in their relationships. And now lockdown is like making it even worse. So what's the reason of this video? For us to be mindful, You know, being husband and wife is something that is just like paddling a boat. Both of you have to rock it toward the same direction for you to reach to the permanent site. And let me tell you, be submissive. Love your spouse. Be submissive. And believe me, respect comes naturally. Submission is not slavery. Submission is just respect. Submission, again, is not agreeing to everything. Submission is, this is what I think is right, but I understand where you're coming from. Trying to respect everybody's perspective. So guys, until I come your way next time, it still remain me, Obioma Okoli. I don't want to make this video to be too long. If not, I have a lot to say. But you know what? Let's just stop it here. So until I come your way next time, it is still me, Lily Roxy 86. So I'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful time. Bye-bye.